This is the incredible Chase Bliss warped vinyl. It is the Mount Olympus of analog vibrato and chorus, and that is selling it way too short. This pedal is a multi-purpose modulation pedal which does every type of vibrato, rotary speaker emulation and chorus. It's even capable of volume swells and tremolo. My opening intro was 3 flavours of the warped vinyl: chorus, rotary and tremolo. The pedal has an analog signal path yet controls all of its functions digitally. It would take me too long in one video to explain all of its functions, so I'll just try to shoot the highlights. Firstly, I'll give you the simpler controls. The mix control allows you to go from dry only to fully wet. The volume control controls the output of the pedal and gives you a significant increase in volume. The RPM is the speed of the modulation. More on the controls later. I'll just start out with a quick vibrato demo. I'm using a Fender Telecaster through a Laney Lionheart, and I'm using a capo at the 7th fret. Now I'll go straight on to a rotary speaker emulation. It doesn't just sound, but it also operates a lot like an old Leslie box there. As you turn the speed up or down, the RPM, you can hear it spinning up or spinning down to the respective speeds. I also had the gain control near max, and it was driving the Leslie sound, so it gave it a little bit of grit with it as well. Now we'll have a look at the depth, warp and wave shape toggles here under the descriptor ModuShape on the pedal. The depth is pretty simple. It just gives you the depth of the modulation. The warp control allows you to accent the beginning or the end part of the waveform, and in any combination there. In 12 noon, it doesn't accent either the front or the back. The left toggle in the ModuShape area allows you to control the first part of the wave, so it gives you a sine wave, triangle or square wave. The one on the right allows you to select the shape of the second half of the wave, and again it gives you sine wave, triangle or square wave. So the use of the whole ModuShape area of the pedal is to give you the depth of the effect, but also to fully shape the waveform. We'll look at some other controls later, but we'll now just try a little bit of chorus. And now some chorus with a fair bit of dirt thrown in, courtesy of the Bondi effects Sick As Overdrive. I'll just have a look at the controls now at the bottom of the pedal. Simply on the right there you have your bypass switch, but you can also change it by use of dip switches on the back to a momentary switch. So when you lean on the switch, the effect is on. Take your foot off, the effect stops. On the bottom left of the pedal is the tap tempo. You can tap in the tempo of any of the modulation types there. Above that there's a toggle which gives you a multiplier of the particular tempo that you've got on. It's 1, 2 or 4, but another dip switch on the back, you can change it so it's 3, 6 or 8. And right next to the output on the left of the pedal there is a tap tempo jack where you can use an external tap tempo. I now have it set for a tremolo effect. I'll just do that passage and then explain some of the other features. Now at the bottom of the pedal, in between the two foot switches, we have a three-way switch. When that's switched to the right hand side, it's the red preset. It will save any combination of the knobs and dip switches in the back, and it'll save it to a preset on that side. So each time you actuate the pedal, it selects that preset. In the center it is manual, so whatever is contained on the knobs on the pedal at the time, it will give you that setting. There's a second preset to the left which is green. Again, you can use any combination of the knobs and switches, dip switches on the back, and it will be saved to that left hand side. Pretty cool. Now to the absolute genius of the pedal, and where Chase Bliss differs from virtually all companies. On the rear of the pedal there are 16 individual dip switches which can be used to assign various functions to either the ramp knob, which is the top left hand knob, and the expression pedal. Now the expression pedal input is found on the right hand side of the unit above the input. The assignable functions are volume, mix, RPM or speed, depth and warp, and any number of these can be assigned at the one time. To explain how it would be used in a real application, when I used the rotating speaker emulation, you could assign your expression pedal to this speed or RPM. That way you could simply use your expression pedal to quicken up or slow down the rotation speed of the speaker. I used it later with the tremolo where I assigned the volume to the ramp control, and then I could control the oscillation of the volume of the pedal, giving a tremolo effect. The uses of the expression pedal and the ramp control would only be limited by your imagination. Some other functions covered by these rear dip switches are functions like controlling it from a modulated effect to one that ramps or ramps and holds, whether it's low fidelity or high fidelity, and the momentary bypass that I've already mentioned before. Enough of my talking. Anyway, I'll switch it to the low fidelity one and we'll go through a vibrato setting. That was the incredible Chase Bliss Audio warped vinyl. It has extraordinary digital control of an all-analog circuit. In fact, I've never played a vibrato or chorus pedal that has so much control over its sounds. And again, I think I've hardly scratched the surface. This is an unbelievable pedal. You can buy it direct from Joel at chaseblisaudio.com, or from my mates at Pro Guitar Shop or Rogue Guitar Shop. I'd really appreciate it if you'd give me some likes. I'd love it if you'd subscribe. It's free. I have hundreds more pedals to demo. You can check them out on my website from the address down below and look under pedal inventory. If there's any pedals that you would like me to demo or ones you'd like me to compare against another, just let me know. Thanks very much, and I'll catch you next time.